How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode in the Rotherham United save here on Football Manager 2020. We're now into December and we're hoping to continue another season in the Championship. Of course, you guys know in the last couple of episodes we haven't been on a good run, so it's time to see if we have improved our results. So the last game we met was a pretty boring game against Bristol Rovers, but it was another defeat, and again we've got another defeat. I thought I'd try and change system up. We went with a 4-3-1-2, and it was disastrous, to say the least. We lost 3-0. Sammy Amiobi, Nasir Chadley and Darnell Fisher scoring the goals. 28 shots to our 5, 63% to our 37. It was safe to say that we never played this tactic again. We changed up the tactic and went with like a 4-3-3 and actually won 2-0. Leonardo Capana finally scoring again and Trevor Clark scoring the goals against the struggling Hull side, but a massive 3 points for us. We backed that up with a 1-goal win. Eddie Nketiah with the only goal of the game as we beat Nottingham Forest. Obviously, Forest were a team that we beat quite heavily earlier on this season, so to grab this result was huge. We then beat Derby 2-1. Well, not fortunate really, but we did go 1-0 down. Corey Woodrow scoring that goal. Matt Crooks did get one back for us. Campana just wasn't at the races, so he came off the bench for Vaclav Kadlec, who just a minute later headed home the winner to give us a huge 2-1 win against Derby. And in the most recent game, we saw a huge 5-2 win against Crystal Palace. Trophy scoring the opening goal of the game. Michael Iekwe then scored an own goal. And then Leonardo Capana turned up, grabbing a hat-trick in the last 10 minutes of the second half. We actually missed a penalty just before that as well. Vaclav Kadlec missed a penalty. He also had a goal disallowed. Michael Iekwe made up for that own goal to make it 5-1. And Max Meyer then grabbed another consolation goal for Palace at the end. But that's a huge 5-2 win against a team like Palace who are doing so well at the moment. And all of a sudden, we've won 4 games on the bounce with a new system and it's working quite well. Obviously, after that 3-0 defeat, we needed to book up our ideas and we have done in some style. So we move on to this game now against Huddersfield Town, who are 7th at the start of December. And also a huge game in the FA Cup. We've been drawn against our affiliate club, our parent club, Chelsea, in the FA Cup. Obviously, we've avoided quite a lot of the big teams last season in the FA Cup and got to the quarter-final. But this time round, George McEachran and Dujon Sterling obviously won't be able to play. That is on New Year's Day, that game, which is going to be an interesting one. But we've got a little winter break after these chunk of games. But today we have got Huddersfield. It's on TV. They're 7th in the league at the moment. We've got ourselves sort of back in contention possibly for the playoffs. We're on 38 points. We're only 8 points behind now Reading. So we've closed that gap slightly. We play up against Huddersfield today, so we could close the gap on them as well, which would be huge. Goal difference is improved. We're back up to 7 on there. Scoring 42 goals, which by the looks of it is probably the 3rd most in the league. We've just got to cut down on the amount of goals we're conceding really. But other than that, at the moment, we're doing very well. We've upped our game. Campana's scoring goals. Eddie Nketiah is looking good from the wing. So yeah, so far so good. So then here are the teams for the game against Huddersfield. We're starting with this 4-1-4-1. And as you can see, we're starting with, to be fair, it's a tactic that I used in the Streamer Showdown. It's working quite well. You can see Eddie Nketiah up front with Campana and Mikel Antonio. Midfield 3 of Matt Crooks, McEachran and Trophy. Trevor Clark, Iekwe and Grant Hanley with Dujon Sterling and Iverson in goal. To be fair, Dan Burn's been playing predominantly in the centre-back position, but we brought Hanley in for today. Dan Burn is a little bit run down. Huddersfield are playing with a 4-1-4-1. 4-4-1-1, sorry. With Campbell up front, Pritchard in behind, Lorch, O'Brien, Knight and Quainer in the midfield. Pickering, Cooper, Schindler and Duhani with Fabianski in goal. Now, Fabianski was a goalkeeper I was looking at, but at the time, I thought with the wages, and obviously we just bought Iverson in on loan, we didn't really need that. But here we go. Rotherham United versus Huddersfield. We're on a great run at the moment, guys, and it would be unbelievable to see us potentially get another win. Free kick from range here for Huddersfield. It's knocked on, and there's Campbell, who should have scored. I thought he had scored. And the offside flag did go up. A big chance there for Huddersfield off that set piece. Campana actually scored a free kick in the last game, which was amazing against Crystal Palace. Great to see him, obviously, on free kick scoring and back scoring. He got that hat-trick in the last game. Going to be thrown in here, though. And it is going to be Dujon Sterling to take it. Great to see him back in the team as well, by the way. Here's Mikel Antonio. Overlap off Sterling is on, but Antonio uses his strength to win the ball back there. He'll lay it off for McEachran, who had to score, and he gets his first Rotherham United goal. George McEachran scores the goal, and it is 1-0, and Mikel Antonio did so well there to lay him off. And he just placed the ball into the back of the net. Great work there by Antonio to win the ball back. And look at that, just peels off. Everyone waiting on the edge of the area, and it's just side-footed by George McEachran into the back of the net. 23 minutes gone. So there we are, half-time, 1-0. Exactly what we wanted, guys. It's been a very, very positive performance so far. We're going to tell the players we're happy with that. Hopefully we can add 1 or 2 more goals. It's been another quiet game. Typical that we get all the quiet games on Lycom these days. Goal kick here for Huddersfield. Fabianski plays it short to Schindler. And into Cooper here, into O'Brien. A good football by the Terriers to get it out there. Pickering, obviously Huddersfield chasing a playoff spot as well. Pickering now on the ball with a good run. Good tackle there by Dujon Sterling. Only as far as O'Brien. Tries to switch it and finds Quainer, who beats the man there. And Quainer on his left foot hits it across goal. Probably should have scored. You can see, though, with the stats, guys, we're just looking at a lot more dominant in games. We're doing really, really well at the moment. So I'm really happy that we are dominating games like this. It's going to be McEachran with the corner in. Half cleared. Antonio headed it back in. Campana should have scored. Deflected right in front of goal. Back out for another corner. We should have scored there. We should have made it 2-0. We're just 6 points off the playoffs as it stands. McEachran with the ball in again. It drops to everyone. Antonio tried to get there, but Pickering is able to clear. I think wingers are probably going to be an area that we invested in January if we have any money, because we haven't got much at all. Mikel Antonio is going to come on off for Vaclav Kadlec, who had a weird game last time out. Had a penalty missed and a goal disallowed. And just didn't have a good game. We're also going to bring off Matt Crooks for Mario Vriancic. And the final change is going to see Franco Ferrari come on again. This time for Leonardo Campana as we wrap up the game. And it looks like it's going to be another straightforward victory. And it is. It finishes Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 0. George McEachran scoring the only goal of the game. And we've got to praise the players for that. Another fantastic win. Unbelievable to see the change in form. And there we go. It is Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 0. And we're up now to 11th in the league, but we're starting to build a little bridge between the top half and the bottom half. We are already 8 points clear of Preston down there in 13th. We're now just 6 points off the playoffs, so who knows come January what the table is going to look like. In the next episode, we're going to come back though for that game in the FA Cup. We're going to be playing 4 games in the meantime, 3 of them away from home. We're going to play QPR, Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham and Millwall. The 3 teams there below the QPR game are all teams below us in the league. But with the form that we're in at the moment, guys, all of a sudden 5 wins on the bounce, anything is possible. What a strange first half of the season it has been, guys. Look at this run of games. If only we had 2 or 3 more wins in there, the league would be a completely different place. But all of a sudden, we've started scoring goals. We're looking in form as well. As you can see, the finances, you know, if you can't see there, we're on a almost minus 5 million this season in terms of finances. We're not in a great place. We may have to look to sell, but there's no real players, you know, wanted. We've got Grant Hanley actually wanted by Swansea, but it would take probably £5 or £6 million for me to get rid of him to try and make money on what we did. And then we've got Curtis Tilt who's looking to leave as well. But at the moment, most of these players, you know, we've got Scott Molyneux, the youngster as well. We'll try and get more involved. Everton want him. I think if we can get him more involved, that'd be awesome. I think he could suit this system quite well. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Guys, I really enjoyed it again today. Be sure to hit the like button down below. Let me know your thoughts on this turnaround in form in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.